Welcome back, everybody. This is Michael Riley here with MikeRileyNow.com, and I am here representing for the Grassroots Democrats HQ in Los Angeles, and I am here with a very special volunteer with that group, Miss Michelle Wong. How you doing, Michelle?
Good. How are you?
Oh man, I am hanging in there. You know, doing all these, living in this new world where everything's through these screens, all these, interactions. But it's an adjustment. And speaking of that. The Grassroots Democrats HQ has been doing a lot of volunteering through these means, through Zoom and other types of things. And, a lot of the volunteering they've been doing hasn't been as conventional as people think it is, not so much calling, not so much texting, but actual, writing postcards and sending pieces of mail out to people and writing messages on postcards, which is something that you've been doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So let me ask you. So first of all, what campaign are you working on, or what campaigns have you been working on with the postcards?
Mostly 39th District, Gil Cisneros.
Gil Cisneros, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real cool. And so let me ask you, like, what's the process? Like, you pick the postcards up, and then like, how does it work? Do y'all have like a party when you're doing the Zoom postcard thing, or is it just like you sit there and write your own messages? Like, how's the whole process with the Grassroots Dem HQ?
Well, I haven't been able to make it to the Zoom happy hours because there's like a group of millennials who get together on Mondays and they either phone bank or postcard write together. I haven't been able to do that, so I mostly do that on my own. Usually while I'm watching TV, just grab a few postcards, and it's scripted. Sometimes the script has like a fill in the blank here. Why do you support Gil Cisneros? And then I fill it in, and but it's something I can do fairly quickly and just kind of incorporate that into my daily routine.
Right. And is it like some like heavy type of fill where you're like hauling like tons of postcards to the post office to drop them off, or?
No, small stacks at a time. Like I pick them up like 20 at a time, so feels manageable.
Right, absolutely. So what's the process been like as far as like writing the message to people in Gil Cisneros district? Or not the process, or what's kind of been the message that you've been kind of putting on your postcards there to talk to voters about?
So there've been two messages that have really resonated. Both, first one's healthcare, second one's education. I actually grew up in the 39th district, and my family still lives there, so both of those are really important. And went to public schools in 39th district, so really want to support that. And I look at, like, depending on the area, if I'm familiar with it, I'm like, I'm writing to my neighbors pretty much.
Yeah. Have you recognized any names yet?
No. I recognize the areas. I'm like, oh, I know where that city is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I kind of grew up around that area too, near Anaheim, so yeah, I'm kind of familiar with I think that's part of the 39th district. Yeah, well, I know it's like Inland Empire, Orange County area, but anyway. But so let me ask you this one last question. So how else does the Grassroots Democrats HQ, how else have you seen it incorporate this new world into the new blue wave?
Well, I guess with the Zoom meetings, like, before we used to do all this stuff in person. We used to go to someone's house, and instead now we can't do that, so we're doing everything virtually. And when we phone bank, everyone goes on mute, and sometimes people turn off their cameras because it's a little weird when you're like, you see everyone's camera and you're on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like sitting there like,
yeah, and you can tell, you're like, ooh, that conversation's not going well. Oh, another wrong number, so people turn off their cameras.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. You are. I've been telling everybody, you're out there doing the Lord's work for this, for the year 2020, because we need to definitely usher in the blue wave, or the blue tsunami, as I call it. And out there, who is watching right now, out there in internet land, you can be just like Michelle, and you can be a part of the blue wave, and or ushering in the blue wave by either phone banking, like we were talking about earlier, texting, or even writing postcards, which is something you can even do on your spare time when you're watching TV. So it's a real cool thing. So thank you so much, Michelle. Make sure you log on to grassrootsdems.org if you want to partake in that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.